To the obvious delight of the marshalled crowds in Hong Kong and the relief of their political masters in Beijing, the Olympic torch was back in the neighbourhood, with more than 50,000 people on the streets of the former British colony determined to restore some sort of credibility to the round-the-world relay that had become a magnet to those opposed to China's policies. Smiling athletes, local movie stars, business tycoons and Hong Kong politicians were among the 120 torchbearers who jogged through the city under the usual blanket security. Hong Kong, although part of China, enjoys political freedoms unheard of on the mainland, so there were those able to make their voices heard. Mia Farrow was earlier allowed to light her own torch.
We ask, how can China host the Olympic Games at home while underwriting genocide in Darfur?
And among those who lined the route, those prepared to speak out in support of the people of Tibet. Christina Chan, a local student, facing up to the flag-waving torch supporters.
We want to represent people that don't have a voice in Tibet while we can still speak up in Hong Kong.
Police said she was taken away for her own safety. But for once on this 85,000-mile round-the-world relay, this was a gathering almost united in its support for the torch and, more importantly, Beijing's hosting of the Games. Li Yuqi spoke for tens of thousands who'd lined the route.
The purpose of this event today is to cheer on the Chinese government. This is in the hope that they will improve their human rights records so that the Olympics will be held successfully and so that this Olympics can belong to all the people of China.
Next week, the torch finally arrives on the Chinese mainland on what will be a celebratory passage to Beijing and the opening of the Games. But even in China, it won't be without controversy and protest. The authorities in Beijing standing firm on their decision to run the flame through Tibet and Lhasa, whatever the consequences. Peter Sharp, Sky News in Beijing.